Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Secret Files Tunguska. It's actually been a little while since I've had to record this, so I think, if I remember correctly, we cleared off most of the puzzles. We just got to get into the door by getting the scientists to make a discovery, which it seems like we should be able to do.
I'll take the sample out of the glass.
Okay.
I have no idea. That's the plant that I took out. What am I going to do with it? I'll just put one inside the other. I can't think of anything else spontaneously.
Oh, that works? Okay. Then we'll just leave that there for them to find. Nothing to see here. Totally just watching over everything from the other side of the car. Man, it sure took him a while to reset that breaker. Fortunately for us.
So hopefully the fuse doesn't blow on me again right away. And in the meantime, I really doubt if I will ever get any surprising results here. What? That can't be! Really? The sample didn't burn up completely? You can see that with the naked eye. I don't even need to do an analysis. I have to tell Dr. Lesniak. And maybe even Professor Sidorkin. This could actually be the big breakthrough. And I had almost stopped believing it would ever happen.
And you are absolutely sure that all the test conditions were controlled and complied with?
I always took random samples and rechecked everything. And I would put my hand into the fire to confirm Alexei's competence. I've worked with him for many years now.
So you performed the experiments. Did you notice anything different?
What kind of difference?
We have to check everything exactly. If the results are correct, it's a sensation. But if we register it as a sensation, and we've made a mistake, then the most we'll get afterward is a job in a natural history museum. So go through everything again slowly. We should look at the analysis together.
I only hope that we didn't miss anything. If the result is really correct, we'll go down in history.
The gentlemen are certainly very enthusiastic about their discovery. I should use this chance to have a look around Sidorkin's office. There won't be much time until this Sidorkin comes back. I'll have a look around his desk first. Maybe I'll find the passenger list at least.
Okay, I guess we're just gonna teleport in.
The piece of paper reads, "Place all documents in the safe each time you leave the room. Signed, W.I.L." If this safe has the employee list in it, then I should have a better look around here. Maybe I can find out exactly what is going on in Tunguska and what Daddy's got to do with it.
Alright, books.
Tunguska Project. Error analysis is written on these files. 2000 to 2003 at the top, and at the bottom it begins with 2004. There's not very much I can do with these in the time I have.
Documents.
It's huge! That's not normal. That must be genetically engineered. Some kind of scientific report about molecular biology. It's nearly all formulae, and those few words are just as incomprehensible.
Well, I like the subtle dig at our father's.
The documents are entitled Security Risks and Acute Threats to the Tunguska Project. I'll have a look at that, please. If I understand this correctly, in the last few years, several attacks have been carried out on official and secret research facilities. Documents were partly destroyed, but the culprits also do not seem to shy away from bomb attacks and arson either. Eyewitnesses report seeing men in black robes. It has not been possible for the authorities to capture any of the perpetrators. Then the Secret Service FSB was entrusted with this matter, but has not been able to produce any solid results in their investigations. The assumption that this is the work of political terrorists could not be confirmed. That the attacks are being carried out by a religiously motivated sect is also being considered. I wonder if they are the same men in black robes that Eddie apparently saw and was babbling about. If all that's true, then Daddy has got bigger problems than I feared.
I thought so. The little toad is a snoop. I noticed you in Moscow at the train station, and not in a good way. Toads remain toads. even when they are wearing clothes. But don't worry, we're going to take care of you now.
Did like the subtle jab at Nina's father's at Vladimir's Natural History Museum job. And that guy was huge compared to her as well. That big crooked nose too.
What is Kansky doing here in the middle of the night? Maybe I'm wrong, but I have a really bad feeling about him. I should definitely make sure he doesn't catch me. He probably hasn't forgotten the big bump on the back of his head yet. Finally, an answer to my question. I'm curious to see what my Irish colleague has found out.
Hi, Max. It took a little while, but the information you wanted wasn't so easy to get. It was a good thing you sent me the original letter. But I'll tell you more later. For starters, let's talk about the Irish company and the letterhead. This company used to belong to a man named Ken Morangi, and had something to do with plant fertilizer. The company was suddenly closed down, even though business was going pretty good. I unfortunately couldn't find out anything more about it either. Since then, Morangi lives like a hermit on a small island on the coast of Ireland. I've attached a map along with the mail. But now to an even more interesting story. I took a closer look at the letter you sent me. It isn't as empty as it looks at first glance. It apparently uses some kind of invisible ink. Not very imaginative, but it's apparently sufficient enough for people like you. Here are the contents of the letter. I hope you can understand it. Hello, Vladimir. Receive the documents. Copy is underway. We still have to settle the question of the handover. Ken, P.S. The whiskey is still waiting.
Wow, that sure does sound mysterious. Maybe this Morangi knows something that could help us. I'd better tell Nina. I wonder what she's doing right now. Hopefully she's doing okay. I'm really worried about her.
Damn. It is not my day today. First I sit with a bowel-sick psychopath in a train compartment, and now with a rabid dog. I've got to get out of here again quickly. As soon as we reach the next bigger village, they want to hand me over to the authorities. That would be the end of my search, and probably the end of me.
Okay, well, they left us with the light bulb and a sample glass, apparently. But, I also like how he's like, oh, I got a bad feeling about that Kansi guy. It's like, yeah, he only pointed a gun at you.
Above this hatch, freedom must be endless. The dog seems to prefer the left half of the cage. It shows when and how much the dog is to be fed every day. There's a cuddly little lapdog in there playing with his little bone. Isn't he cute? A piece of bone. Before I get to that bone, the dog will be gnawing on mine.
Okay, can we see the other end of this car? Ooh, excellent.
There are a lot of pieces of meat in the box. I'll take myself a piece.
Alright.
Not to be confused with Jensen. No visible effects. According to the top display, the temperature is 54 degrees Fahrenheit. The lower display shows a humidity of 28%.
54 Fahrenheit. Get out of the way so I can read it.
According to the top display,
28%.
the temperature is 54 degrees Fahrenheit.
I don't know if that's going to be important, but...
A vacuum cleaner hose. Long, flexible, and boring.
You aren't going to make a joke about suckage?
A metal pipe.
Oh my god, shut up, dog.
I can't open the flap. It's stuck. Oh, brother. There must be harder things to do.
That's everything then? I think so. Yeah, okay.
Locked.
Okay, as expected, but...
Served with a baked potato and garlic bread. God, I'm hungry.
If only we made ourselves something in the
A metal pipe.
cafeteria.
A vacuum cleaner hose. Long, flexible.
Okay. Well, this puzzle seems obvious.
I can't say schnitzel as fast as he can swallow a steak.
Alright, we'll get
I'll
another.
take myself a piece. I've already got a piece of meat. That will do for now. I can't say schnitzel as fast as he can swallow a steak.
Okay, I think that's gonna repeat. I was thinking maybe we just feed him a bunch
I'll
of times.
take myself a piece.
But alright, can we combine this? Ah! There we go. Swallow that.
So, he should be busy for a while.
Sucks that you didn't involve thumbs. Got your bone.
A piece of bone. If I stick the flat side in the flap and then lever it open, there is a vacuum cleaner bag in there. I'll take it out.
Yeah, okay, why don't you do that? Alright,
Locked.
as expected.
No visible effects. According to the top,
Okay, so that didn't change. Alright, now. What?
hopefully no one heard that. Otherwise, my problems are about to increase. The edges of the skylight are full of glass slivers. I wouldn't feel too good about holding on
I
there.
didn't realize there was glass in the skylight, but can we pick up the glass? Can we press
I'll
the...
take myself a piece.
Okay.
No visible effects. The edges of the
Oh, we can't. I was thinking like we could put the bag around their hands, but she seems really determined to not want to do that.
According to the top,
Oh, we have a... Oh, we can't just like break this stuff. Oh, we have a dog leash. There we go.
a leather dog leash.
I didn't see that the first time around.
A leather... So, that pipe will never escape from me again.
Oh, I see what we're doing here. Whee!
I could get onto the roof that way, as long as I don't slash an artery on those broken bits of glass.
Are you gonna stop complaining about the glass now?
There's stuffy air coming out of that pipe. I presume this belongs to an air conditioning unit. There is a fine sieve in the pipe. There is no way the meat will pass through it.
It sure would suck if all that hot air got contained. There we go.
It doesn't seem to have any great effect.
Oh my god, this is torturous. Just watching her take forever. See what it says now.
According to the top display, the temperature is 54 degrees. No visible effects. Locked. According to the top display, the temperature is 54 degrees.
Huh. Maybe we solved a different puzzle that we just haven't,
Locked.
I think that we could go to a different train car, so we can try that. They wouldn't give me that information if it wasn't useful.
I can't see in there from here. The window is closed, and I am not going to be able to open it from the outside. I've now connected the two pipes.
What? They weren't connected before? Okay, at least now it's skipping.
According to the top display, it shows when and how much. Locked.
Sure, we don't, Can we disconnect those? Okay.
There is a fine sieve in the pipe.
It won't let me put anything else in it.
According to the
Okay, that hasn't changed. There's nothing else that I can, unless I, no, I can't, like, take that jar back.
a vacuum cleaner.
I can't combine anything, so
It doesn't seem to. The window is closed, and I can't.
no, I wanted to. There we go. Oh, I see what we're doing now. I think. Oh, do I have to click to go over there?
It doesn't.
Yeah. There we go.
I can't see. The window is closed, and I am not.
Can we... Come on, use it.
I can't see. The window is closed, and I am not going to be. The window is. I can't.
No, don't pick it up. Come on. There must be like one other... Are we combining something else with the,
stuffy air coming out of that pipe. I presume this belongs to an air conditioning unit.
Alright, let's look overall.
Do I have to rummage around in that?
Oh my god.
Yes, I suppose I probably do.
That's why we had the vacuum bag.
A hairpin, model number 08/15. A tuft of hair from...
Okay, now... There we go. Now we clog this up.
Let's see if this helps a bit.
Now we can put that on.
If the heater in the compartment is on, and I am assuming it is, the hair should actually burn. The stink of that should be noticed even by unwashed scientists.
Wow. That was a close call.
Phew, that was close. Okay, let's try this again. If anyone has information about any scientists on board, then it is this Sidorkin guy. In his function as the scientific leader, he must have hidden the information somewhere. The drawer is secured with a very simple, but unfortunately, a very effective lock.
I've played Fallout. I know how this goes.
Open. A statue. Tunguska project.
Okay, so he's still in time crunch mode.
I've looked at the documents once, and
Okay, so what else?
if I didn't know better, I would say he's grinning at me.
Oh, he's grinning at you.
I'll take the skull with me, but I won't walk carrying a complete human skeleton.
Not yet, you won't.
A statue. A statue. Oh, I can turn the statue, but I can't pick it up. It seems to be anchored to the plinth. I thought Comrade Lenin went out of fashion years ago. It looks neither attractive nor very valuable. The statue has clicked into position. A statue.
Let me pick this one up then. Oh, is that the clue?
Apparently, the right orientation of the statues triggered a secret mechanism. Books about Sir Francis Drake, Blackbeard, Henry Morgan, William Kidd, Jack Rackham, all extremely pleasant folk who sailed under the flag of the Skull and Crossbones to liberate the Seven Seas from the plague of merchants.
I guess we can't take any.
A solid wooden plinth.
But now we can at least go.
Soundproofed walls, and then this chair. Are they torturing people in here?
Holy shit, that chair looks...
There are restraints for hands and feet mounted onto this chair. Has someone been kept prisoner here? A book about the notorious pirate Bale Schmidt, who initially made life very difficult for the patricians and later for the colonists near Port Royal.
I'll have to Wikipedia that sometime.
Pretty. I can't see any handle or switch to open the flap with.
Okay. So now what's the puzzle? We have a torture chair. Ah.
It sounds like a mechanism has been triggered, but I cannot see any changes. The mechanism in the bookshelf has opened the flap, but there is nothing in there. Strange. Very, very strange. Wow, that was close. I managed to survive an assassination attempt in my father's apartment and the guys from the Secret Service, only to be almost killed by a picture. Life can be strange, can't it?
It's a little dramatization.
What sort of strange lock is that? If I understand this correctly, I should try turning all the lights off.
Okay. Ah, it's one of these puzzles. So you could probably brute force this.
If
Yeah,
I
it's just-
understand...
Yes, I know. I get it. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Oh, it kind of worked. I need to pull these two together. I feel like I'm so close. That would not. Like the interesting how like you can basically get the same shapes, but all right. And I walk you.
If I understand...
So do that. Well, it's very easy to get it down the two dots, apparently. Do-do-do. I wanted... I keep getting to the same place. Now, what we can do is that gives me 3 again. I'm sure there's some trick to this that I just don't understand yet. I've managed to multiply most of my problems. So it turns off everything around it, but not diagonals. Which is a little disappointing. Yeah, I think I'm just making it worse now. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, hey, we have updates. Research Station Tunguska, Trans-Siberian Railway. It's able to find out several very interesting things. The secret research station has apparently been built in the Tunguska region. They discovered that the growth of some plants there is completely outside the normal range. The scientists are now trying to understand and reproduce this growth. But what does Nina's father have to do with it? Attacks by sect members. Trans-Siberian Railway. Sidorkin's office contains documents about acute threats to the Tunguska project. According to the documents, there have been several attacks on research facilities in the last few years. Sometimes just documents were destroyed, but there's also mention of attacks using explosives and arson. Numerous eyewitnesses reported seeing men in black robes. Could they be the same men that Eddie and Lisa saw near the museum in Berlin? Trail to Ireland. Berlin Museum. Max received information that the blank pages in a letter that Nina found in her father's documents were not blank at all. A man named Ken Morangi obtained some documents at Nina's father's request. Fortunately, it was unclear what kind of documents, but maybe a closer look at this Morangi guy might be a good idea, because why is he sending encoded messages to Vladimir Kalenkov? Oh wow, really? Okay, I didn't realize it was gonna be...
Done. Hopefully the contents are worth the effort, and I eventually get to find out where Daddy is. Loads and loads of documents. This damn list of personnel has to be somewhere around... Ah, here. It is definitely divided up into scientists, military, and secret service. It lists more than 100 names in the train alone, and well over 1,000 in the research station. What exactly are they all doing? Whatever it is, I've got to find out if Daddy is on board the train. Well then, let's see. After some of the names, there is a cross. Are they all dead? I can only hope that the marks have another meaning. Daddy's not on the list, though. Not on the train, and not at the research station either. Does that calm me down or worry me? At least they haven't dragged him off to Russia, but therefore my only good lead has cooled right down. I'll have to look at the other documents. Who knows? It might help a little further. Here is a file with the title Tunguska Project. I ought to have a look at that. A whole load of formulae and loads of scientific stuff. I'll be old before I understand that. What? What's that? There is something written here about a Kalenkov report. It really does seem to be from Daddy. He proved in 1976 that the object found in the Tunguska region is of alien origin. On the strength of this report, the government gave the green light to the extension of the research station to carry out experiments on the fragment without any public interference. These experiments led to the discovery that it was possible to influence the behavior of animals when certain radiation fields are modified by the fragment. After that, the Tunguska project was called into life to improve the technology. Then there are pages and pages of test results. They must have done thousands of experiments on animals. Only, what is the goal? What are they promising themselves? Does it have any military use?
I certainly have a lot of thoughts about it.
Oh, hello, Oleg. I hope you have good news. What? And Nina? Is she okay? Damn it, how could that have happened? I thought you were gonna keep an eye on her. No, I don't want to calm down. I made that mistake once already, and the result... Yeah, okay. Where exactly? Okay, I'm on my way.
So, if Sergei's information is correct, then this would have to be the military hospital where they brought Nina.
I hope Nina is alright. How could a complete train derail?
They think it was an attack. But for now, we should not care about that. You have to get Nina out of there.
Who, me?
Yes. Alone, you have a better chance of not being discovered. It was a miracle that we got this far without problems. I mean, I gave the research station an extra wide berth. But this close to it, I almost counted on being caught by the military.
Okay. And so now, how do I get in there?
Start thinking.
Great. But thanks a lot anyway for the lift here. Without you, I would never have found it.
No problem. It was a pleasure. You were pretty worried about Nina, aren't you?
Yes, hopefully nothing has happened to her.
You really like her, don't you?
Yes. Nothing that wonderful has ever happened to me before.
Hey, wake up, boy. You can dream after you get Nina out of there.
Yes, you're right.
So, let's move. We don't have a lot of time. I'll wait here in case you need help somehow. Oh, don't forget, Nina has been traveling under the name of Pakova, and probably has been admitted under that name. And now, good luck.
Thanks. I will probably need it too.
Alright, so I guess we get to play as Max Gruber now, but I did have some thoughts on military applications. So changing radiation field controls the behavior of animals. So, I mean, obviously the first thing that comes to mind is mind control. Or even just if you influence their emotions, make them more aggressive, more sedate. And that also brings to mind, you know, think about most modern technology emits some form of radiation. Microwaves, cell phones, you know, those are probably the biggest ones, but, you know, even other electronics can give off low-level electromagnetic flux. So that makes me wonder, is modern technology based on this alien crap? I don't know. But I guess we'll have to find that out at a later time, because this seems like a good cutting point. So with that, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and we'll see you then.